We filed a records request and obtained this 5-page letter from the Federal Office for Civil Rights to Decatur Township schools, notifying them the feds are opening a Title IX investigation. Parents prompted this federal investigation. They say the district failed to address sexual harassment involving a teacher who has since resigned. Shalina Bender has lived in Decatur Township for 19 years.
I have 2 kids here in Decatur Central.
Shalina says her oldest daughter was the victim of sexual harassment by a school employee at the time. We are not naming him because he has not been criminally charged and he is not named in the Fed's letter to Decatur Township.
She said that he would walk in while they were changing with his phone out, claiming that he had to take attendance on more than one occasion, that he would be in a room, lights off, blinds closed, door shut, with some other kids. And he would also brush by them in the hallway and make inappropriate comments sexually about them.
What was your reaction when your daughter revealed that to you?
I was horrified. I was completely horrified.
The district opened its own Title IX investigation, but that came to a halt on February 9th of this year when the teacher resigned from the district. What was your reaction when he resigned?
I can't believe they're just going to let this go and pretend like it never happened.
What's more, the teacher attended an event on school property after his resignation. The district tells us the former employee is not banned from school property and that it was an extracurricular school event that was open to the public.
They allowed him to come back and be around all of these kids with these accusations.
Tara Bunch and Shalina Bender both filed complaints with the U.S. Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights.
So I filed a formal complaint with the OCR and I reached out to you for help because I didn't know where else to go or what else to do. They just didn't handle it properly. I think he should have not been able to resign until the end of the investigation, or bare minimum the investigation still be carried out to where we can find out, their findings.
Tara says they left Decatur Township because the district retaliated against her daughter. Records show the Federal Office for Civil Rights investigation launched May 9th and includes both retaliation and sexual harassment.
I am ecstatic about it. I want change.
It was relief. It was relief that finally someone was listening.
The 5-page letter shows OCR is asking the district to provide a slew of documentation, including a list of sexual harassment training sessions given to school employees. All documentation regarding alleged harassment of female students and the teacher in question. A list of all other reports of sexual harassment of students during the 2021-2022 school year and the district's investigation of each report. If OCR finds Title IX violations, the district could have to pay fines or make changes to its procedures and trainings. Decatur Township Superintendent declined to speak with us on camera about the Title IX investigation, telling us in an email, "Due to pending litigation, we are not able to comment via statement nor an interview. Also, the person in question resigned. We cannot prevent someone from resigning if that is their choice." Shalina also filed a complaint with school police and the Indiana Department of Education. IDOE told us they're aware of the allegations and will take all necessary actions as set out in state law when evaluating teacher licensure. Shalina and Tara hope their complaints will improve safety for children.
That they take it seriously and that they put the kids first. That has not been done.
The Federal Office for Civil Rights has received more than 14,000 complaints over the last year related to elementary and secondary schools. Now, not every complaint becomes an investigation. OCR evaluates each one to determine if they have jurisdiction, if they have enough information, and if the allegations are timely. Working for you, Kara Kenny, WRTV.